I want to talk about something today that's been on my mind for a really long time, and I haven't made a video about it. I don't know why, but it's actually really important when it comes to creating everything that you want, and especially when it comes to creating an online community and a business around who you are. So stay tuned because we need to have this conversation. Okay, so the topic today is generosity. And so many of us feel we may be being generous, but I want to talk about what true generosity, true giving really is, because there is a feeling behind it. And if you are not aligned with what that emotional experience is, it's going to have a very different effect on you. So I disagree wholeheartedly with the phrase, we get what we give. And here is why. We do not get what we give. This creates and perpetuates a cycle in our mind and in our society that it is a bartering universe. It is not a bartering universe. The universe reflects. It doesn't owe you anything, right? So when you give to someone with the belief that you are then at a deficit, meaning that now you need to be owed something, you are vibing in that deficit. And it gives off a feeling of trying to get. This is where that slimy marketing thing comes from, okay? So when I'm making these videos for you, these are my weekly videos. And yes, I hope one day you will buy my products. And yes, I hope you will keep following me and all of that. But if I give these videos, if I try to censor them and be like, oh no, I shouldn't say that, that's too much, I want them to pay for that. Or if I start creating them from a place of trying to get you to give me something, it's no longer generosity. Generosity has to be true giving, which means it has to be unconditional. So as soon as I put conditions on, like, I will give this to you if you give that to me, or if you pay me for this, or if you then owe me later, any kind of owing, that is conditional. That's not true. That's not unconditional. You need to strip those conditions away in order to experience true generosity. And if you're not, you got to get really clear on what your intention is when you are giving something, whether it's a birthday gift, whether it's your weekly video series, whether it's your free training series. If you are coming from a place of trying to get something from someone, trying to convince someone of something, people feel that vibe. People feel that vibe. The universe feels that vibe, and it's not going to give you what you want because it's coming from a place of lack. It's coming from a place of not enough. It's coming from a place of feeling owed for something. It's not true love. It's coming from a place of fear, which is the opposite of coming from a place of love. And love is unconditional. So when I make these videos, for example, and I'm not going to say I've never done it because I have done it, and I had to check myself and be like, no, you're holding back because you want them to buy something, or you're trying to trick them into doing something. And I have to, smack my hand and get clear on my intention is, no, I want these messages to come through you. I want them, or through me. I want them to feel real. And I want to, whatever the universe and whatever I feel like I need to share with you in this video, I want it to come through without censorship, without trying to withhold anything from you, so that it feels not for you, but for me, like true generosity. So I feel open. Right? That's what helps me receive, not, some sneaky trying to get thing. People can feel that, right? I know you can feel it. I know you've experienced it, and you've probably experienced it on the flip side, because especially in this online entrepreneurial world, and when we are creating businesses and making money around when we're in control of the money that we make, it can start to come up because you will start experiencing feelings of like, oh, I need to get people to buy. I'm in business. Of course, I need to get people to buy, but you don't have to do it in a way that's coming from fear or from lack. It can be pure generosity. Every time I just give from my heart, It has never let me down, never let me down. That's another thing I want to say, because the universe will balance things out. And it doesn't balance things out in the sense where I give you something, now you have to give me something. That is bartering. The way it balances that out is when I give, without worry, and I'm trusting, that is a state of allowing. I allow other things to come to me. So I may help you with something, and then there might be someone else who comes and helps me with something. It works like that. It's not, the bartering thing. It's not a bartering system. We don't live in a bartering system. It's very confusing because our businesses are bartering systems where we exchange money for something. But that's not how this works. And that's not how you're going to create more money and abundance and everything else that you want in your life. Plus, it doesn't feel good. You feel slimy, and it attracts, a different type of client and customer to you. So I highly recommend that you start getting really clear on your intentions, not just when you're creating in the world, but even in your business, about how to really be generous, be truly generous, and pay attention to what those conditions are you're putting on people, because I bet you're putting them on yourself as well. Hope you got a lot out of that one. If you know someone who needs to hear it, please share. And I want to hear your comments below. Like, what's your experience with this? I know that you felt it, at least on one end. I'm sure we've all felt it on both ends before, where we feel owed, or we feel like we're trying to get something, or we feel like someone's doing that to us. I know it totally turns me off if someone's trying to do it to me. So just share your experience with it. I want to hear. Inquiring minds want to know. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week on another episode of the Law of Attraction series. Want to make sure the Law of Attraction always works for you? Go to easypeasyloa.com and get my free Law of Attraction workshop. It does not have to be all mystical and woo-woo. It can actually be very practical, very logical. I was a skeptic. I needed to understand how it all worked. And I'm a very logical person, and I've made it very easy to understand. And I show you in this workshop how the law of attraction really works, why the word attraction is actually very misleading. I also show you 6 common manifesting mistakes that most people make and what to do about them. The absolute worst thing that you can do with a limiting belief breaks my heart. Plus, I'll show you my 6-step easy peasy LOA process. This is the process that I've used for many, many years, even before I understood what I was doing. And since then, I've made it into a process that anyone can use. And what it does is help you know that you are always doing it right, first of all. So it takes the guesswork out of it, because it also shows you where to course correct if your desire isn't showing up. So you can grab that at easypeasyloa.com. It's totally free. You'll get the first video right away, and I will see you there. First, I put my energy first, physically, mentally. I just dropped my sunglasses. Physically, mentally, and emotionally.